one piece of technology, if we're talking about
let's
technology
go
that we
tech.
use, is Canopy.
Yes, good. I wanted to talk about this.
That is a game changer.
It basically comes up on every single podcast. So let's talk about it for a little bit.
Have to do it. Okay. So Canopy,
tell me what it is as if I had no idea.
So essentially, I can. So
let me ask this. Let's back up.
Let's start back before. Okay.
Let's back up. When did you find it?
When we had this meeting at Premiere the last time.
Somebody said Canopy.
Yes, he said, "Do you?" I was like, "I've never heard of this before." It was not Charles.
Okay,
no.
It was not Charles McDade.
I'm gonna.
It doesn't matter.
Forgetting his name, but
it's okay.
So essentially, before we would have a questionnaire that we would send out, and then say we'd like copies of your declarations pages. Sure. If you can't find them, then we just have a bunch of other questions about your cars and all this stuff. Right?
Yeah.
And Canopy, what it does is you just embed a link into the email, or you can send them a link via text message. You can have them scan a QR code. Like they can do anything, and all that they do is it opens up. It says, which insurance company are you with? They go State Farm. Okay, click on State Farm. They click State Farm. It takes them to a login page, and assuming they have
State Farm login.
Yeah, assuming that they have an online account for their insurance, which most people do.
Sure.
They just enter their login information, and then boom, the system just takes their declarations pages from the State Farm website and sends them straight to your email. Wow. So I can't even imagine before I started doing this how many times I would quote somebody and they'd go, "Oh yeah, you're $400 more per year. Not interested." Right. They're just like, "Okay, well, are the coverages the same?" And they're just like, "I don't know, but it's $400 more per year."
Right.
So now you can go in and they'll say you're $400 more per year, and you go, "Yeah, but I'm looking at your declarations page. You have a 2% wind and hail deductible.
Right.
That means that if a hailstorm comes through, which we live in Colorado, it's going to
happen.
You're going to be out of pocket $10,000.
Right. Right.
Whereas here it's $2,500.
Right.
They're like, "Oh my God, I didn't notice that." It's like, well, you're not an insurance broker.
You aren't.
You probably wouldn't know that, right? So that has really changed the game, and it's actually kind of I use it sort of as like a weeding out process too.
Yeah.
Like if somebody says, "I want a quote," and then I say
they don't follow your process.
They're like, "Yeah, I don't want to give you that. I just want a quote." I'm like,
done.
Can't help it because it's going to be the same thing. They're going to be like, "Well, you're $400 more per year."
Yeah. Right.
So I just say, you don't have to do that. I mean, obviously, when they type in their login information, I don't see that. It says it very clearly that this is secure.
Sure.
But I go, okay, well, you can just go online and you can just email me the deck pages if you want. And if they're not willing to do that, then we're just not going to help them.
We're not going to do this relationship.
Got enough going on.
I love that.
And it's mutually beneficial because obviously they should know if they have a 2% wind and hail deductible.
Sure.
And I can't tell them that unless I see their policy. So, that's been a big game changer for us.
So here's my question. So Canopy Connect becomes a big game changer for your agency in the last, let's just call it 18 months. It might have been the last 12 months or whatever. But how many customers are willing to fill out the link? What percent would you guess? 90,
I would
70,
say 90.
60, 50? What is it?
So it depends on the person. So if they're older, like 60s
they're
or 70s,
struggle with it.
A lot of times they don't have an online account. So then we just say, we give them every option possible.
Find it in your
if
mail.
you want to just take a picture of it and text it to us.
Sure.
If they really can't, then we'll ask them over the phone to read off their coverages and stuff. But as far as people that have an online account, I would say probably 90% of people are willing to do it.
So you're sending this Canopy Connect link.
Yeah.
And you're getting 90% of your new customers filling out this link and sending you over your deck
There's
pages.
only a few people that say, because they're concerned about their security, so they don't want to provide their login information.
Or the weird people that are like, I don't want you to know how much I'm paying so that you don't screw me or something. You're
do that
That's not my goal anyway.
No, not at all. I tell them very point blank, I'm like, if I can't find you a better option, if I can't find you better coverage for the same price or better price for the same coverage, then I would never ask you to switch in the first place.
Right.
So, but I'd say that for the most part, people are really upfront about it. It's really cool too, because then they, after they upload their declarations pages, then it gives you the opportunity to put in people's birthdays and driver's license numbers. And, sometimes we'll have a follow-up question or two, because not all declaration pages will say, roof last replaced this year or whatever.
Right.
But it saves an enormous amount of time and really, really helps with our closing ratio too.
It's incredible to me how often Canopy Connect comes up in this conversation.
Yeah, it's
and how many agents are going, everything in my life changed
Yeah.
when I started paying $60 a month for Canopy
cheap
Connect
too.
or whatever, the price
it's
is.
It's probably somewhere around there. Yeah, it's not very
incredible.
Expensive. Dude, I'm telling you. Like, I just go back and I'm just kicking myself. Like, I know I could have made that sale if I just known what this guy was. Oh, you don't have uninsured motorist coverage. Okay, well,
Dang
that's
it.
like a third of your premium, you know?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, that's
Game changer.
anyone who's not doing that,
It's time.
just do it.
It's time.
Yeah.